Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the DRich Show, where we talk anything and everything crypto. Now, here's your host, DRich.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the DRich Show. This is DRich and today is June 8th, 2021. How's everyone's Tuesday going thus far? I hope everybody's Tuesday is going well and that this video finds you in good health, good spirits, and good energy, despite what we see on the market cap today. I want to make sure you guys are all well wherever you guys may be around the world. So anyway, just make sure that you guys are in good spirits no matter what. Don't let any market cycle or anything like that change your attitude. We always want to have a good attitude no matter what. So anyway, folks, thank you for the new subscribers coming on board since yesterday's video. Thank you for all of the folks that have reviewed the video and things like that. That gave also some good complimentary words for me. I appreciate that. It continues to motivate me and inspire me to put out and produce another video every single day. So today we do have a good video in store, which we'll be talking a little bit about Bitcoin to start, and then most definitely we're going to go into the Flare network, some new additions, and then we're going to go over the white paper together, and then also discuss what you need to do as time is running out before you need to get off. You can get your airdrop for some Flare tokens, so we don't want to miss out on that, so we want to cover that right away. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to today's video as well. Anyway, we can see the Bitcoin's dominance is at 41.3, Ethereum is at 19.2, as we see Bitcoin taking a 12% hit over the last 24 hours, as it is trading at $31,647.97. Ethereum is holding up at $2,365.01, down almost 15% in the last 24 hours. And I'll go ahead and get into it here to reason why I do believe the market is taking a little hit as we start seeing some news unfold when it comes to Bitcoin. But anyway, Binance Coin is at $327.02 there at number 4, down 17%. Cardano is down 15%, a little bit, almost 16% there at number 5, $1.44. So again, if you like Cardano, again, you're down 15%. And Dogecoin there is number 6. That's down 16.6%. Again, I believe there, Dogecoin. This is that that line where you have a barrier between 29, 30, 31 cents. So if it breaches that below, it could go lower, but who knows? And again, guys, our beloved XRP is trading at 80 cents, almost 81 cents, down almost 15% in the last 24 hours. As Bitcoin goes, the market goes. And guess what? It really blows. Because at the end of the day, we don't even want to have that happen to the market, because we don't want one asset dictating the rest. So anyway, number 7, we got XRP is a great buying opportunity there to dollar cost average. If you guys have been stacking, another opportunity for you to get these lower prices to get in. And if it goes lower, hey, great. I'm going to be really paying attention to it, because I do want to get in a little bit lower at these prices. But again, I encourage you to stack as much as you can while the getting is good. USDC, which I do believe is the digital dollar. We'll talk about that and how we can see that moving along here pretty soon. And it's sitting at number 8 there. Polkadot at $20.22, down 18%. And rounding out the top 10 is Uniswap there at $21.39. And Polkadot we'll get into a little bit as we talk a little bit about the integration of the Panther network on the Flare network. So anyway, guys, look at the market is bleeding, and look at that ICP, $80. It went from 400 and something bucks to $80. What a scam! Speaking of scams, we'll talk about what the president said about Bitcoin. But anyway, we just want to look at the market real quick to discover that there's multiple buying opportunities. You got Algorand there, folks. Great buying opportunity, as we discussed that last week. IOTA, where we are. Keep eye on that Avalanche as well, folks, and that's going to be another integration that we'll talk about here too, and some other things that you need to pay attention to as we got a lot of great buying opportunities as the market is taking a beating right now. Look at that Mana Decentraland there at 64 cents. Great buying opportunity. Engine coins coming down to $1.18. Man, I remember these prices used to be like 17 cents, 15 cents, 20 cents. I remember them. Sure, I remember Digibyte there wasn't anything. Bancor as well. So anyway, let's just get right into what Trump said. I know that this might trigger some folks, but I'm only reporting on the news, and this is coming from the Sun. Anything having to do with cryptocurrency, geopolitical, geofinancial, I want to talk about it because it's important for us to hear every aspect of the news so that you can decipher what is fake, phony, and false. So anyway, Don Slam, Trump says Bitcoin is a scam against the dollar that needs very, very high regulations. And I think he's absolutely right because as we can see, we could go back to the crypto market. Okay, it was at 1.6 trillion total market cap. It was over a trillion. It was over 2 trillion not too long ago, and here we are at 1.4. So where did all of that money go? Did it go into the people's pockets, or what happened? Because I didn't sell anything. I did, but not a lot to say that it took a beating like that. Okay. So anyway, when the market goes down, look at Bitcoin. It's at 31,000. So I'm saying the regulations are very much needed. And when he talks about he wants the dollar. He wants the dollar to be the currency of the world. He did call Bitcoin a currency of some sort. Don't get it twisted. It's all optics when it comes to this. But again, folks, the writing is on the wall when it comes to Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been getting slammed all over the news, whether it comes from this person or whether it comes from this article here, where the U.S. says it seized $2.3 million in Bitcoin from a ransom colonial pipeline, which was paid to Russia-based hackers. Again, folks, listen, all they want to do is just blame this country, that country, and no, listen. First of all, you're going to pay ransom to terrorists? I thought that was just not, something that we do. Okay, and then decide to go and get it back. Well, what I wanted to really talk about is this. As we know, it was taken. They say it was restored. All right, whatever. But the writing is on the wall when it comes to, you see the Bitcoin maxi saying that we could pay off politicians, or we could pay off, these people, that because whoever owns Bitcoin makes the rules. Did you see that junk? Okay. Let me just make it very, very clear. I want to address that real quick, because he who holds the gold makes the rules. Okay. He who holds the gold makes the rules. And XRP is digital gold. I know it. But anyway, let's get back to this article, because Coinbase, it looks like they were responsible for allowing this to happen. If we go back, my Coinbase account was compromised. Whoever was able to compromise my account, I will no longer use Coinbase because somehow, some way, Bitcoin was removed by using my account for over $4,000 worth. So, again, I want Bitcoin to be successful as the technology that it was set out to do, but I don't want Bitcoin to be successful as a means to, dominate people with the same markets that they've already have in place. Especially losing someone taking $4,000 of Bitcoin. That's all you want is Bitcoin. Okay. So, for me to, I will not get over it because I want Bitcoin to absolutely go to zero. Sorry if you get mad at me because I said that, but that's just the way I feel. Anyway, we won't get into my feelings about that because we're not into feelings. We're into just restoring our metal and making sure that we stay focused, because I'm focused on the prize. You didn't touch my XRP. You didn't touch most of my other assets. My BitTrue account was restored, so I'm in good shape, good spirits, and there's nothing you could do to stop this train. Anyway, Ripple CTO proposes federated sidechains that could bring smart contracts and CBDCs. Mr. David Schwartz, very brilliant person. Ripple CTO David Schwartz has introduced his proposal to add federated sidechains to the XRP ledger. And the vision is that each sidechain would function as its own blockchain, and they have their own ledger and transaction, just as the XRP ledger does. And what makes them sidechains is that the federation system, which allows XRP and issued tokens to move from one chain to another. So again, he's getting ahead of the curve. I do believe that these are already interoperable in regards to what they want to do, how the systems are designed to do its work when it comes to other blockchains and other technologies, because there's multiple blockchains. There's over 40 something blockchains to date. So we're in good shape, whatever ecosystem you want to go with. Again, some folks will choose certain things because they attract to it, which is totally fine. Here on this channel, I want to talk about certain blockchains or things like that. Without further ado, we'll get into the Flare network. So first, if you want to follow them on Twitter, you could go to Flare Finance, at Flare Finance, so that you can kind of get their updates and things like that. And then you got their flow page, which I'll talk about here shortly. Then next, we're going to go to this, which is the news that came out just recently. We are thrilled to announce the Panther Protocol partners up with the Flare networks to expand its interoperability. And then you could go to the Panther Protocol Medium right here as well, if you could click that link. And then you can find out other details about this partnership right here. You can click that article, and also make sure you give them a follow, their Panther Protocol, as well as the Flare networks, where they unlock value. And what is Panther Protocol? Let's just check it out right here. This is pantherprotocol.io, and this is just their website. And this thing right here reminds me of another Mr. Poole tweet. So this guy, whoever Mr. Poole is, or follow the loop, or follow the Mr. Poole, I guess. He's been more up to date with his riddles, if you want to call it that, than anything. But anyway, folks, strategic investors, you can look at those right there. And due to the immutable and transparent nature of public blockchains, DeFi users are subject to surveillance and economic espionage. And then there is no privacy on-chain. Retail institutional traders and whales risk losing their competitive advantages by having their transaction history observed, strategies reverse engineered and front run, rapidly turning into their alpha, which are obsolete tactics, which is some more groundbreaking privacy enhancing technology for DeFi. Panther Protocol provides DeFi users with interoperable, fully collateralized privacy, enhancing digital assets, leveraging ZK Snark technology, and offering a novel price discovery mechanism for privacy. Users are able to mint zero knowledge Z assets by depositing digital assets from any blockchain into Panther vaults and using these Z assets across a full range of DeFi applications. Okay, so this is very exciting news when it comes to all of this. And let's go down here a little bit. You got the Panther Wallet, Panther Vaults, Privacy Miners, Layer 1, Interchain, Decentralized Exchange, Service Providers, Trust Providers, Panther DAO, or DAO, excuse me. Then you got the Panther token. And then remember we talked about paying attention to some of those assets on the CoinMarketCap. You got composable privacy for all of DeFi. Z assets are designed to be cross-chain, which, you know, David Schwartz is talking about over there, side chains, cross chains, and things like that. An ever-expanding privacy-infused asset class that becomes interoperable with Ethereum, Polkadot, Solana, Cosmos, Flare, Binance Chain, and Avalanche. So Solana is one of those ones that I have in the portfolio. Cosmos is as well. We got the Flare dropping later this month, and then I don't have the Binance coin or chain. What I did have Avalanche, and some of these I don't hold Ethereum, but it does appear that Ethereum has a big ecosystem. Polkadot also has its own ecosystem as well. So again, folks, the writing is on the wall. It's in the ecosystem with the Flare network. It's going to be huge, as we can see. There's total dominance coming. You can read their light paper there and things like that. I'll have you do that. And then here's some more information for you guys to follow through. And then there's the roadmap to decentralization. And here's the project setup, team partnerships, foundation funding, which was Q2, Q3, which we're currently in. You got the network launch with gatekeepers, Z assets, mint and burn, mixing, liquidity mining, DAO, community voting, and the ZKP on the Ethereum as a ERC20 token. And moving forward, you got phase 2 coming up in Q4, and then phase 3, Q1, and then phase 4 at their timeline is coming up in Q2 of 2022. So we got a lot of good things to look forward to. And then you can meet the builders of Panther down here and things like that. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into the Flare network is what we wanted to do. You could go to flare.finance and go to their page there. And then we're going to read the white paper together, folks, so that we can go over it and learn it together. Is that okay? All right, cool. Thanks. So anyway, this was the flow code, which was coming from the Flare Finance that I was telling you about, and this is some of the places that you could go and check them out, get more information. Discord, Flare Finance of that, Flare Block Explorer, things for you to go check them out. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the white paper. Let's do it together and learn this thing here as much as we can. Flare white paper. And then there's the table of contents. We won't go over that. You can check that out if you want. And then here's the introduction. The Flare Finance Foundation is a nonprofit, decentralized, autonomous organization headed by an initially established board of directors and later releases. The Flare Finance Foundation will feature community-governed, autonomous board members that act as physical entities serving on the board alongside previously established ones. The primary objective of the Flare Finance Foundation is oversight, custody, growth, development, education, okay, community, and let's go back up there, and then the 3 pillars of the Flare Finance. The foundation, through its inception and growth, will strive to deliver products and support companies that, number 1, have health, creativity, and provide opportunity. Through this, we hope to promote not only a positive financial impact, but also a positive moral and physical impact on the world. That being said, fintech investments will have a primary focus on supporting medical and nutritional programs, technologies, modern arts, youth, and third world centered business and education, as well as charitable foundation and organizations. Sounds good to me. All of those things that we want. Okay, we want all of that. The power of a properly governed foundation can promote global change and innovation for its communities, supporters, and investors alike. And while the intentions of the foundations are positive, the ecosystem has the right to dissolve the foundation if they would like to do so. Upon dissolution, all assets held by the foundation will be burned, and any cash assets will be used to purchase YieldFlare, YFlare, YFLR, and YieldFin, YFin tokens respectively, and burned from existence. So you got some terminologies. You got the DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization. You got smart contract, Ethereum virtual machines, which is EVM, Web3. You got decentralized applications. You got automated market maker, and that is a type of decentralized exchange protocol that relies on a mathematical formula to price assets instead of using an order book like traditional exchanges. Assets are priced according to the pricing algorithm, and this formula can vary with each protocol. You also got F assets, which are trustless representations of the underlying assets on the Flare networks. You got swaps as far as spot trading. You got liquidity pools, and then let's go scroll back up. Then you got LP tokens, staking, annual percentage yield, okay, annual percentage rate. And then you got ASIC miner, and let me go over that real quick because this is a new term for me. ASIC miners are electronic circuits designed for the sole purpose of mining bitcoins or other cryptocurrencies. An ASIC is an application-specific integrated circuit, meaning it is optimized to compute just a single function or set of related function. Hash power, claim token, pool supply. And then you got some technology here. Flare Finance is built on using various developments, language, including React.js, Node.js, and Solidity. Our platform operates trustfully, utilizing smart contracts deployed on the Flare network, which is the world's first Turing complete federated Byzantine agreement. And again, Byzantine, we know that that's what XRP is when it comes to that. And network based on the Avalanche protocol. So Avalanche is going to be huge, guys, which is like $14-15. Good buying opportunity. The Flare network leverages the capabilities of the Ethereum virtual machine, making it easily adoptable by current smart contract developers familiar with the Solidity development language. Flare Finance is a Web3 compatible decentralized application network built for trustless engagement in peer-to-peer financial ecosystems. Information provided to the platform is controlled entirely by the user and can be modified to fit the user's preferences within their Web3 compatible wallets. MetaMask or Decent wallet, which I will be getting because thank you for pointing that out for in one of the descriptions that I would need to get a decent wallet for my XDC. So thank you for pointing that out. And Flare Finance utilizes various third-party technologies to offer the best regulatory compliance solution to ensure KYC, which is Know Your Customer, and AML, anti-money laundering policies, which are followed as much as possible. And these technologies will help offer a more regulatory-friendly solution for our users and a safer place to engage with peer-to-peer financial solutions. And then Flare Finance is built entirely from the ground up with some inspiration from a number of industry-focused developments, including Uniswap, 1inch, BZX Protocol, Nexus Mutual, Yearn Finance, and Binance. We give recognition to those innovative developments and their founders for their time that they put in to deliver such groundbreaking decentralized technologies in the industry. So, folks, if you guys are into some of those are good buying opportunities there. And then you got some more information on the Flare Finance. You got liquidity providers, you got trading pairs, you got Yield Flare, Yield Fin, Yield USD, Spark, Trustless XRP, Trustless Dogecoin, Trustless Litecoin, Trustless Stellar Lumens. Okay, these are FSATs, which can be voted in by governance as more are added to the Flare ecosystem, and additionally tokens bridged from Flare Wrap are automatically added upon approval via a governance proposal, and this means assets from other networks can be traded easily once they are added to the cross-chain asset bridge. Okay, the Flare Finance is the first institutional grade decentralized finance platform which is built on the Flare network. It offers a suite of 6 unique decentralized finance products dedicated to bootstrapping the Flare network with a single suite DeFi solution for businesses, retail finance products, and Flare Finances utilizes Web3 capabilities, which allows people to engage with our products and services trustfully without giving up custody of their funds. So you got Flare X. Flare X is the ecosystem swaps and margin trading platform, which allows traders to swap and leverage their various tokens trustlessly in a non-custodial manner. And Flare X also utilizes immutable smart contracts, which provide automated market makers with liquidity participants of the ecosystem, which become on-demand liquidity. Okay, we already know who has the on-demand liquidity there. And then you got liquidity pools, and you can read over that. You got yield farming. I want you to go over that. Flare Farm, read that for what it is. I don't want to take too much time on it because it is 30 pages, and I know listening to me for 30 minutes, even longer, might get a little irritating. So I don't want to make too long of videos. Yesterday was 50 minutes, so for all of those who stood by to view for 50 minutes, I appreciate you for being patient. You also got the launch pad and things like that, because I want to make sure that I cover how to obtain your Flare network, your tokens, your Flare drop. So I want to get to that. So you got launchpad fees, which are distributed. You got token fees, also distributed. You got asset wrapping. You can read about that. Asset wrapping begins with governance and holders deciding which networks and tokens they would like to support it on the Flare wrap. And initially, networks such as Ethereum, Terra, and Binance Smart Chain will be supported by Flare wrap. Additionally, their respective main network tokens and stablecoins will be readily available for bridging, i.e. Ethereum, Luna, BNB, USDT, UST, and BUSD. Okay, so Luna, I mean, these guys are saying, and not me, these guys are giving some hints, some breadcrumbs on some other digital currencies or assets that will be a part of an ecosystem that might help you out to build your portfolio as an ecosystem as well. So that's how I look at it. So even though I do not like the gas fees, I know that if I have Ethereum on my ledger, there's a drop box where you put all your ERC20 tokens, which makes it cool because if you take it off, you could only use your Ethereum address, which is all interconnected, so you don't have all of these different addresses floating around. So that's cool about that. And plus, again, Ethereum is like an umbrella, and you have everything like a drop box that falls underneath it, and it attacks different type of businesses, different type of ideas that are out there. So that's cool too. But again, if they could get rid of those gas fees, we'll be able to work with Ethereum in that way. Okay, you got FS app management, profit distribution. You got Flare Mine. You could go over that. You got APY Cloud, and initially mined Bitcoin and Litecoin can be converted and paid out to miners in the form of F Bitcoin, FLTC, Flare XLM, Flare Doge, Flare, Y Flare, YFin, YETH, YBNB, Y Luna, USD. And then you got profit distributions are paid out once every 24 hours to allow for the mining pool to accrue enough earnings to reduce trading fees when trading on Flare XX to request a payout assets. Assets are sent to the miners' provided payout addresses, and the address is given the mining pool when a miner begins mining on the platform, and all actions on Flare X are handled trustlessly via smart contracts and can be modified via the user governance. So, folks, let's just go back to the beginning of the video. I want to rewind. I know that I said I wanted Bitcoin to go to zero, but I also said that I didn't want Bitcoin to hold up the market. And if this is something that is going to be a part of this ecosystem where it's trustworthy and it doesn't cause harm to the markets, then yes, we want Bitcoin to stick around as long as it's controllable and not controlling the market. So if Bitcoin goes down, the whole entire market goes down. We don't really need that. But if Bitcoin is going to be used for nefarious type of activities, absolutely, I want it to go to zero. So let's clarify that. With that being said, we do see that we heard that Bitcoin would go under the Flare network, and obviously on their white paper, it is proving that more than likely it will. So again, we could go back to some of their models of what they want to do and accomplish when it comes to health, community, and things like that. So I think we're in good hands. Okay, so you got all this other stuff here. You can read all of this about what to do as far as governance and things like that. So you got excess distributions. You got all of this extra information here. So just go over that. I don't want to go too far into it, but I want to give you guys a chance to read over it. How the Flare networks will work. You got tokenomics. The tokenomics to every decentralized ecosystems are key to the short-term and long-term potential as it aims to present. And within the Flare Finance ecosystem, utility is divided amongst the two primary tokens, and these two tokens are Yield Flare and Yield Fin. And when both tokens are utilized appropriately in the ecosystems, they enact a form of ecosystem-wide checks and balances, which help diversify power amongst holders while retaining specific value within each. So, folks, you got Yield Flare. Yield Flare is the ecosystem secondary governance token, and it has a primary focus on service within the Flare X application, but additionally serves as secondary governance under Yield Fin when activity is not prevalent enough to sustain governance and accountability. So pretty much, I mean, they got something in place as a mechanism that, so if something goes wrong, boom, we got the solution. We already got if there's a problem, there's a solution. So they're forward thinking in the process of making sure that everything is adaptable. So you got FSS, okay, you got Flare, XRP, Flare Litecoin, Flare Doge, and XLM, and FSS, Flare. All of these are utilized heavily within the Flare finance ecosystem, which is the Spark token, which serves as the primary gas token on the Flare finance applications. And I guess they answer my question about the gas fees. Users of our platform must have Spark token to begin processing any and all transactions on the platform, and gas fees are determined by the network. Flare Finance users do not have the option to change these fees. All FSATs, including Flare, would be able to swap, leverage, and provide assets for liquidity on Flare X. Stake and farm on Flare Farm. You go Wrap and Flare Wrap. You can loan and borrow on Flare Loans. So, folks, I mean, if you got enough XRP, or you got enough of this or that Litecoin or whatnot, I mean, you are in a good position, because you could loan out your money, and there's no harm, there's no foul. You're getting return. Provide and purchase coverage on Flare Mutual. You could purchase gear in the merchandise shop. So if you like some merchandise and you like stuff like that, you could get that. And additionally, Flare Finance offers holders of FSS the opportunity to earn triple rewards by participating in minting FSS, earning Flare, providing those FSS to liquidity pools, as well as earning fees and staking those LP tokens in Flare Farm, earning yield. So folks, whoa, we I think we are in a very good position when it comes to XRP. I don't hear too many other infrastructures or ecosystems or blockchains talking about this stuff. You got Yield Flare, which is all of that there. You got Foundation, and it looks pretty good. You got distributions. You get 1 time, okay, 2 times, which is allocation. So you're getting some good stuff back there. Let's see what happens. You got Flare loans. You can read about that. You got the Foundation and Governance Reserves. You got Flare Mutual. Then you got the governance structure as well. So it's a long white paper. There's a lot of good stuff in here. You got governance staking as well. So folks, it's a lot of good stuff. It's a lot of numbers here, and it's a lot of information for you to continue to digest. As we continue to go over the Flare network, we will continue to go over the other assets during this week, just like we did last week and the weeks before, when it comes to breaking down each and every asset, what they provide, what they do, and from what they were designed to do originally, and what they're going to do now. So again, you got a lot of stuff here in this network. So you got some general utilities and disclaimers as well as always. So anyway, let's go forward. Lastly, to close out the video, there's an updated list of exchanges participating in the Spark airdrop from the Flare networks, and want to make sure that we go over some of the biggest exchanges that confirm the XRP airdrop support. You have all of these exchanges there. And then what is Flare Networks? Flare Networks is a project from Ripple's investment division, XSpring, tasked with introducing smart contract functionality on the XRPL distributed ledger, and in particular, Flare Networks will airdrop Spark token to XRP holders at a 1-to-1 ratio, and it is also known that Spark will be used for the network network administration and other purposes, which we went over a little bit from the white paper. And to operate a smart contract, it is necessary to issue FXRP, some value as XRP, same value as XRP. So if XRP is trading at 80 cents and you have a ton of it, say for instance you got 1,000, you're getting 1,000 if we set this up. So here's some exchanges that support the airdrop Spark token, and here is this that I want you to go over, because this is going to show you how to claim your Spark tokens. And this is what you need to do. You got to go visit flare.weiss.com. You got to check all of the boxes there. You got to choose a second option there. And then, if you have it on your ledger, which I did claim on my ledger Nano S, I followed that step right there. So this is in the description for you folks to go over. You have a couple more days. I think about a couple weeks, if I'm not mistaken, maybe up to the 11th or the 12th. Okay, so I want to make sure you guys jump in on that. If you do have a ledger, make sure you go over it to have this airdrop to you, so you can get the benefit, the reward of being an XRP hodler, because the benefits are going to be amazing. And again, it allows us to increase our profitability as far as what we're doing. So it's an exciting time for us to have this network introduced to us. And most definitely, we're going to go over all of those assets. We're going to go over the casino coin pack. We're going to go over, we've already gone over XLM, but we want to make sure we recap on that. So tomorrow we'll look forward to some other information coming out on probably more than likely Pack Global, because I like the project. And then we're going to go give you some information to make sure that you are either setting up a node or trying to do that. I'll lead you to some information and who you can rely on when it comes to that information being provided on YouTube. So at any rate, folks, I hope that you enjoyed today's information, today's video, and understand that we are moving quickly to new times. The infrastructures are already built. They're already in place. I'm pretty sure it's just the information getting released to the public for consumption. And hope that I'm doing a good job of providing the updates. I'm not here to piggyback on the work of others. Those folks are successful in their own right at what they do. It is just a timeline that I'm talking about Flare Network because I put it on my calendar. Now, folks have also introduced to me some other projects like H-Bar and some other things that I will be discussing in next week on the calendar. If you put something in the description for me to look at, I will promise you that I will put it in on my calendar to provide a video and insight on it, because I want to make sure that we cover all the bases, because there's some things that folks that I might not know. There's people in other countries that know other things that I don't know. So I want to learn from you as well as you learn from me, because I'm like an open book, open door. Okay, I want to make sure that you are acknowledged personally, individually, so that we can also share information with one another. And this is how this community is going to grow, is because whatever you share, I'm going to share. If you give me some information, most definitely I'm going to acknowledge you and give you the credit for leading me in that direction in the first place, if I haven't paid attention to it. So next week, folks, if you guys have put something in the description like yesterday, I did respond to that person. So thank you, Green, for doing that. I will make sure that you are placed on the calendar. So anyway, guys, without anything more, I just want to thank you guys again for hitting the like button, the thumbs up, the rumble, and making sure that you share the videos on the platforms that you utilize the most. So thank you again for those who stood by for the lengthy video again. But tomorrow we'll be back with some more Flare network information and news. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I hope it's terrific. And again, do something healthy. Continue to focus on yourself to try to build yourself up to be as best as you can. So anyway, God bless. Take care. And as always, treat everyone with class, dignity, and respect. Bye-bye.